Now on 12, a Bronx school already facing problems gets hit with an even bigger bombshell. It's on the DOE school closing list, and it's not the only one being shut down. To park or not to park, a city councilman wants to eliminate confusing parking signs. We have the details. And texting and driving on the rise. Reports show some of the highest numbers ever. These stories, plus a check of traffic, news, and weather on the twos. It all starts right now.
As local news gets, News 12, the Bronx.
Good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Alina Yanis. Today is Friday, December 9th. We'll get to your top stories in just a moment. But first, let's head over to the traffic center with Jackie Zabileski. Drivers, keep your eyes on the road. According to an alarming new study, texting while driving is on the rise. News 12's Ashley Mastronardi has more. In more transportation news, if you plan to take the subway this weekend, you're going to be in for some major changes. Many trains here in the Bronx, including the 1, 2, and 5 trains, will be facing some sort of delay or station stop changes. You should add extra time to your commute. Head to our website to get a full overview of the many changes, news12.com. The FBI arrested a Bronx man on charges of possessing and distributing child pornography. An undercover agent was able to download 11 video files and 167 image files being distributed by 24-year-old Michael Cruz of the Bronx. Authorities say some of the images featured children as young as 2 years old. Cruz is now facing multiple charges and around 20 years in prison. A Bronx principal is being punished after a Department of Education investigation found he was making sexually lewd comments to staff members, but he's keeping his job. John Chase of Bronxdale High School got a letter of reprimand and will have to take sensitivity training. The DOE says the principal talked about receiving oral sex from female workers at the school. The principal can resume his duties at the school once his counseling is complete. I'm Alina Yanis. This is News 12 The Bronx. A check of your school day forecast is ahead. Also coming up, find out why some Bronx schools are slated to be phased out and shut down. We're coming right back. 2 Bronx schools and a middle school program are on the chopping block. The Department of Education says it wants to phase out the schools based upon low performance rates. For one of the schools, it's not the first time it's been in the headlines. The Department of Education says that it wants to close the Gateway School for Environmental Research and Technology, Jane Addams High School for Academic Careers, and if the DOE gets its way, the 6th, 7th, and 8th grades at Academy for Scholarship and Entrepreneurship Middle School will be phased out. The news of the phase-out, another devastating blow to students at Jane Addams. It comes only a week after seniors were outraged over a school credit scandal which jeopardized their chance of graduating on time. The Department of Education says the school continues to have dismal graduation rates and poor performance scores. Students, however, disagree. Bronxites are getting slapped with parking tickets, all because some parking signs are too confusing. Now a city councilman wants to make parking a little easier for drivers. The proposal. I'm Alina Yanis. You're watching News 12 Brooklyn. More hyper-local weather and news is headed your way. But first, the latest results of our News12.com question of the day. You can still weigh in on our website or IOTV channel 612. The results so far say 44% of you think parking signs in your neighborhood are too confusing. 44% think no. 12% say any other kind.